Good afternoon, Scott here, known as Cantaloupe to some online, and I'm bringing another subject to you that's interesting to me. It might be of interest to you or someone you know, and that is the difference between forgetting and failing to try to remember. It might sound like I'm splitting hairs, but there is actually an important difference. So forgetting means that you just can't remember even after you try, and failing to try to remember that could be a product of haste or distraction or any number of things, really. But you might find that if you take your time to try to remember something, and this happens to many people, every human perhaps, it comes right to you when you just maybe stop to think about something. And this is the difference. And this idea extends to other areas too, such as failing to notice something when it's completely inconsequential whether you do or not, and it's not so much that you failed to notice it or be aware of it, but that it made no difference, or that you were being oblivious. The accusation is that you were potentially oblivious or forgetful, when those aren't actually the mark. That's not what happened. Sometimes maybe it was, but sometimes not. And I aim to clarify the difference, because you might be situationally aware, but so aware that ironically, you are perceiving the importance of certain things or areas that don't need a great deal of attention. And those areas might not be scrutinized with the same rigor or detail, right? So, I mean, not to get too wordy about it, but I think you know what I mean, hopefully, that it's different to be unaware and to be concentrated elsewhere. So you'll notice if you watch a lot of my videos, my focus is to mitigate abuses and to clarify ideas that make it harder for people to exploit things, and people especially. Because there is a ton of abuse, there is, and I'm seeing it every day. And I don't like it. It's not fair, it's not called for, and I certainly don't like it when it's aimed at me. So as I figure these things out, I figure I will at least illuminate these opportunities for other people. Like, I learned things when I was growing up that were extremely valuable, and I don't think everybody necessarily learns those same things, and there's things that I'm still learning that I wish I'd known back then. So that's kind of the purpose. If anybody's unclear what the purpose of these videos is, it's to highlight, like I said, in every video pretty much, opportunities for people to better understand and protect themselves, to be happier and healthier, hopefully, as a community. And my motivation is honestly circular, in that the better and happier and more successful other people are, it improves the quality of life for myself. And this is all based on the idea, ultimately, that the yardstick of civilization isn't at the top. It's not based on the most successful people. It's based on the least advantaged people. I think that's your measure there. It's how does a society treat its least advantaged or its least fortunate? And that gives you a clear picture, really, of what that quality of life is overall. So in summary, to review, you haven't necessarily forgotten anything if you just didn't try to remember it. If it wasn't important, you might not notice it because it doesn't matter, not because you're oblivious. So be careful with the labels you accept. People are going to try to stick all kinds of labels on you. They may or may not be accurate, and it pays to look at those labels and see if maybe they're not accurate, or that you don't deserve them. Have a great day. Reach out with questions or comments to whitehotrobot@gmail.com. Thank you.